Greetings! My name's Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And welcome back to... well, guess. Alright, last time we got him... some lady asked us to help her hide a body, but we couldn't do it because we're poor. And then we got led on a run through a city by some weird creature, or maybe a guy in a weird costume, I don't know. And that led us to this place where, what's his face? Let us know that apparently the body that's gonna be examined after 24 hours of his death, the original body, you know, because a lot of people have died, but the original person that died may, in fact, have been infected by a disease. Or, no wait, was it the original body or Isidore's body? Well, both of them, actually, may have been diseased. I don't know if that's what killed them. Hard to say, really. I'm really certain what the fuck is going on in this damn city, but what I do know is we've got to get over here and tell Georgi not to let the doctor, who we unfortunately weren't able to catch in his house, not to let him examine the body until we're sure that it's safe. Ooh, a razor. Special trinket among the teenagers who like to show off to each other with an item of dubious standing in local morals. Alrighty then. I'm not certain I should be giving razors to children, but whatever. I'm sure if they can get ammunition, but they can get. I don't have to worry about giving them dangerous shit. They can find it all on their own. Kind of like to get that lockpick, but I'd need a lot more to barter. Also, perhaps it's a poor omen that I started getting sick shortly after I started playing this.
I'm too old. Nothing can harm me anymore.
My thing. I'd like to examine your brother's body. We have sent for Isidore Burke's most accomplished apprentice. His name is Stanislav Rubin. Quite a resolute and talented man this Rubin is. I have great expectations of him. He will bring everything you need and you will examine the body together. Right. Why didn't you send for Isidore himself? He wasn't home. In fact, he was nowhere to be found. Isidore Burke has disappeared. Alright, I'm starting to think that I probably was intended to talk to him again back all that while ago. Strange. I would suspect foul play, but Burke is known to disappear in such a manner. Sometimes he's gone for several days, sometimes for several weeks. Rumor has it that he explores the steppe, going as far as the herdsman's landing by the Eggola Rise. I'd still like to take a look at your brother. I made a long journey with this. I am genuinely sorry, Doctor, but our family traditions were cherished for as long as the family has existed. One of such traditions requests the dead be left alone for 24 hours. The body is not to be seen or touched by anyone. This period of deferral will be over by tomorrow. Curious tradition. Where does it come from? On several occasions, excessive haste has led to undesirable consequences. The phenomenon that Isidore has invited you here to study, it is in our blood. This physiological trait of our family shows itself from time to time. Quite intriguing. The examination of the body will not help you in any way. This puzzle has to be solved within your mind. I am not able to, or even allowed to tell you any more than that. Believe me, I am not trying to conceal any evidence from you. The body is kept in the ice house. It is intact, but focus must not be breached. Please take all possible measures to ensure the safety of the body.
In growing old, we become more foolish and more wise.
I guess. Which of the locals could help me? Whose words can be trusted? I don't know for how long you will have to remain here, Doctor. You are most welcome to be my guest, even though I won't try to keep you. While you are here, though, and especially since you are trying to find out the truth, it is my duty to offer you a piece of advice. I would be most grateful for it. This remote place has a history of its own. There is not enough time to retell it to you, which is unfortunate, since it is the background of the town that may possibly justify some local conventions that will most likely seem barbaric to an educated person like yourself. What traces did history leave in your society, then? There are 3 truths that rule this town. 3 origins. 3 ideas, if you like. For several generations, these 3 powers have been in conflict with each other. I suspect none of them can exist without the other 2, yet each of them still strives to dominate. Each of them has its own voice, too. Tell me more, I suppose. These voices are the ruling families, the co-owners of the Bull Project, who have been ruling the town for almost 2 centuries. Each one of the truths they represent is screaming at the top of its lungs, and in so doing, travesties whatever value it carries. This is too complicated. I don't see what this has to do with your brother's murder. The first is the Saburov. The second is the Olgimskis. The third one is us, the Canes. We are the 3 heads of one beast. Each of the clans will offer their own understanding of what is going on. Each of the 3 will use their own voice and the voices of their followers to lie and distort the truth. We cannot exist otherwise. However, in doing so, we will inadvertently reveal the entirety of the truth to anyone who would listen. Ah, truth by contradiction. So I am surrounded by lies? How exciting. Truth is my only idol. It is only for the truth that I fight. Well, no one will dare lie to your face. I have doubts everyone will tell you the truth, but they will tell it in such a fashion that this truth will conceal the reality better than any deception would. The only thing I am asking is that you don't jump to conclusions. Compare different versions. Your extraordinary intelligence will allow you to ascertain the truth. That inspires hope. Furthermore, each of us will try to paint a rather ungainly picture of the other 2. Most likely, we will fill you in on the negative sides of each other faction, and withhold anything that is good about them. That is inevitable. None of us will stoop to outright slander, so everything that will be said will most likely be true. But this truth will be one-sided and incomplete. Listen carefully to what we say and take it into account. Thank you. The stories of the evil that the Canes have unleashed onto this world are partially true. Do not feel obliged to act in our favor. As you can see, I will stop before nothing to ensure an unbiased investigation. The lack of prejudice I want to instill in you is the one and only reason why I'm making a confession like this. I do not want my brother to have died in vain. I will take your words seriously, do not worry. Well, he seems an interesting fellow.
So the Saburovs have offered patronage to some changeling. Who is she?
You're a nobler man than most, Georgi. Or so it seems. How many doctors are there in your town? If we exclude Isidore Burke, Stanislav Rubin is the only doctor here. He's the most competent of Isidore's apprentices. The rest are good for nothing, as far as I can tell. They're only capable of distorting the knowledge their teacher is trying to pass to them. Do you trust this, Rubin? I would trust Rubin with my life. A competent medic of remarkable courage and laudable integrity. Everything he does is done with appropriate diligence and care. He doesn't like people that much, but he is eager to serve them. Why do you ask? I just wonder what kind of man he is. How do I get to know him? Rubin will come here tonight to get down to examining my brother. You will get acquainted then. Alright.
Tell me what...
Okay. I see what I need to do. I need to come back here tonight when he'll be around. maybe around... I'll come back around sunset, shall we say. Maybe a little after sunset. And he'll presumably be here. Until then, it's not even 1 yet, so I've got plenty of time. What to do with that time, though? Get money for one. I guess I'll use the cash for this. I don't doubt that it's probably time sensitive. There's this lady. Have I been here? Definitely something right here. I don't remember if I've been here or not. I think I was planning to swing around? No, I think I've been here. Like, didn't I come from... Yeah, I came from here. Then most likely went there and then... But did I go that way? Yeah, I think I judged that it might be better, quicker to go there and then there and then there rather than there, then there, then there. Yeah, okay. I'll swing by there then. Maybe I'll speak to these guys again. See if they have anything interesting to say. If not, well, I'll just load this save then. And cut that part out of the video.
Yes?
Oh! Oh, here he is. Okay then. That was convenient. Okay then. Good. It was a damn good thing I actually decided to swing by here just in case. Greet it. Hang on. What was his voice? Damn it.
That wretched Buruk caused even more mayhem back at the station. More work for us.
Greetings, friend. I heard news of your arrival. Everyone has. Are you here to examine the body as well? My dear colleague, I do hope you haven't touched it yet. I haven't. Is there a problem? Simon's body, wherever it is, possesses a dire threat. I suspect he has died of a contagious disease. I don't know if he died of it, but he might have it. So there is a threat of an epidemic. The crucible needs to be quarantined. Any access to the body should be forbidden. Are you sure? Well, doesn't matter anyway. If it's that thing again, what do you think it is? Well, that's typhoid fever, and that's a parasite that caused the Black Death. I don't know.
But at least we'll be sure.
Sure of what exactly?
I don't know.
What? Yeah. What could the steps be home to? I don't believe it. A second outbreak. Wait a second. I need to regain my senses. Are you sure about this? Do you mean what you say? I am and I do. It's the sand plague. Sand plague? I've never heard of that one before. Sand. Oh, it's not real. All I'm getting is... I looked it up and all I'm getting is pathologic links. Okay. Master's death was so untimely. If it's the sand plague, we only have a few more days to live. You see, I have no idea how to stop it. No one does. Well, quarantining all the sick is certainly a prudent start. Anyways, your mentor has encountered this before. What is the sand plague? I'm only making assumptions. I don't want to believe this. I'd rather have any other plague than this. We have no time to waste. The body must be inspected, isolated, destroyed if necessary. We must take protective measures for that, of course. We need your diagnosis before we can provide reasonable protection. At the moment, you can only buy yellow immunity boosters at the drugstores. They are no good. But I'll try to do something about this. We'll need to take some remedies from Master's old workplace. Do you know he was murdered by his son? An atrocity. His son has nothing to do with this. I presume Isidore was infected by Simon and died of the same disease. Or vice versa. Let us not waste any more time. Probably. I mean, it's something about a talon and everything broken off, but that, I mean, that sounds like an obvious setup, if it even is real. You're right. Let's make haste. I'll get everything ready for the examination. Meanwhile, let's arrange for the body to be isolated. Kane is keeping it in a cold place. I'll keep you informed. Alright, I'll update my notes. Alright. If we act deliberately and with calm mind, we can prevent this epidemic. Stay strong. I won't leave you on your own. Alright. We have identified the killer, though we've yet to apprehend him. Indeed. Alright, Ruben will collect the necessary equipment to protect him as he works with the bodies. In the meantime, I should inform Georgi Kane of what the primary investigation has shown. You have anything to say? There's no need to worry. There's every reason to worry, actually, but alright. Well,
So the Saburovs have offered patronage to some changeling. Who is she?
I have been told of your initial verdict. You assert that Simon Kane was not killed by a human or Shabnak demon, but died of a natural cause, or succumbed to some physical sickness. Is that what you are saying? I mean... maybe? I mean, I guess the signs of great suffering and such could have been him writhing in pain and due to the sickness and spinal damage and twisted neck and such. If the could have just been him, just a result of that. I wouldn't say he died naturally. He died of a mysterious disease. Microbes are more efficient killers than demons. Is that a hypothesis, or a fact supported by evidence? Hypothesis, really? Mere hypothesis is not something I am willing to accept. Furthermore, the same rhetoric is widely employed by people who want to hinder the murder investigation at any cost. The same people who are spreading false rumors of civil disorder, which, as they would have it, took over the town. Pardon me? I'm very... There's literally lynch mobs burning people. There's the one guy who got stabbed, and he was by a lynch mob, and he was one of the members of the lynch mob. What the fuck are you talking about? The same people would happily sacrifice human life to maintain a semblance of order. What would you say to that? I say they are right. Not about sacrificing human life, but about the civil disorder, which is very obvious. and I would say otherwise. This whole narrative is much too convenient for those covering for the murderer. The murderer who knew how to take Simon's life and keeps that secret to themselves. What if they do not stop at that? What if there is no murderer? Who are you trying to catch? Till the very last moment, I will hope that the murderer does exist. I'm not trying to disabuse you of your opinion, however. If you are right, that is a death sentence for us all. Look for the murderer as long as you can. Sure, let's go looking for a coin under a street lamp just because there's more light that way. Is that what you want? Yes. Something that was brought into light does not necessarily equal something studied in depth. Not everything that has been lit with the torch has been examined. We are counting on your perspicacity. Find a rational solution to the problem that we would have otherwise approached intuitively. He who is mute can see. He who is blind can scream. Ignorantia non est argumentum. Ah yes, an argument from ignorance.
However brilliant an action,
I need to examine your brother's body. No one has touched the body since his death. The tradition as kept in our family forbids us from seeing the dead until a certain time has passed. The required period of time will last until tomorrow, but I will not stop looking for the killer until you are able to convince me that your assumptions are true. If he was infected, then how did it happen? Next thing you'll tell me it was Isidore that brought the disease into our family home. The most convincing proof would be a body examination. What other proof do you expect? Venerable Bachelor, do you take me for some willful old fool who has burdened you out of spite with the complicated solution of a simple problem? Or perhaps you think I am covering somebody else's sins, getting in the way of you doing your duty? You are pushing me towards this conclusion. The body is in the focus of the crucible. You cannot examine it now, and I mean that it is technically impossible. No one may see the body before a certain period of time passes. Neither Master Reuben, nor you, my dear Bachelor, not even myself. Then how do you know he's dead? How do you know any of this? Like, they mentioned about, like, broken neck and everything. So how do you know? Whatever. What am I supposed to do then? What can I ask of you now? You have come to a conclusion already, have you not? If you haven't, then I urge you to seek out the facts as relentlessly as we do. May Providence help us if you are right. I will discuss this with your brother. I mean Victor, obviously. Yeah. The initial findings suggest that Simon Kane was killed by a highly contagious disease. It seems I will not be the first to meet the killer. Dr. Reuben has better chances at that. I just cannot help but think that were Katarina's prophecy to come true, it would have made the situation even more convoluted than it already is. What was Katarina's prophecy again? Alright. We gotta return, alright, maybe talk to Victor. And then we return to Laura to talk to her about the Schmauder. Wait a minute. Hang on. The Schmauder removes the effects of sand plague infection, but severely damages health. Oh, that's where I heard the term sand plague before. Interesting.
It's like something...
Oh, I guess I won't be talking to Victor then.
I fear that Simon's death is a...
Alright, how long have I been recording? Yeah. Only like half an hour. I got time. Alright, to Lara. Hopefully he won't ask for that Schmouder back. It seems like it could be extremely useful in the coming days if its supposed abilities are not just fabrications. What do you got? Meh. Oh, nice! I can actually go up and down hills. Very nice. But not up and down that. So a lot of the more walking simulator-esque games in this genre wouldn't have that. But hey, gotta jump. I can climb. I can't run, but yeah, well. But I can at least fall. Why are women being attacked? I seem to remember that when Victoria died, everybody rushed to look for an undead Kohler. Why would they immediately rush looking for an undead something? Victoria was a mistress. Somehow it seemed that an ordinary creature couldn't hurt her. Her death was unexpected. She was very young, and so well loved by the people. So the rumor started immediately that a bad man-eater had taken her soul. So what, did they try to seize every fifth man too? No, no one was seized. There was an anxiety. There was no doubt that an evil was walking among us. Don't be cringe, comment section, don't be cringe. You can always feel it. It changes the density of the world. Your instincts just tell you that it's true. This is all old Steppe wisdom. If you can't avoid it, you really can't. Steppe is wiser than we are. Superstitions like this have thrown sand in the wheels of countless scientific discoveries. Ain't that the truth? Not to mention, they muddy your subconscious. The problem is that the problem with superstition is that it's lazy. Because sometimes it hits on, you know, very salient things, just like bits and pieces of your subconscious, stuff that you pick up without realizing it. But it tries to remove that ambiguity. It tries to make things make sense. Oh, whoops. But it does so with all the skill and artistry of a hacksaw. You know, like, or cutting pieces of a jigsaw puzzle so they fit.
Clemency is born not of virtue, but rather of fear.
I have a very bad feeling. The same feeling plagued me just before my father died. Well, I found it. Unfortunately, the cache has already been looted. Oh, the terror. Ah, I can choose whether to report the Schmouder or not. Interesting. Yes. I think I will keep it to myself, just in case she decides to take it. Yes, and there were no Schmouders there.
No.
Huh?
A town like this can't give birth to a killer.
Hang on. Actually, let me save and then see what happens if I do this. I found one specimen of the Schmouders, and I'm going to examine it. Give it to me. Let's throw it into the fire. I'll reimburse you for this loss. No, I'll keep it for myself. Somehow I feel it may be of use later. Nope. Decided to keep the poisonous Schmouder for myself. I have a strange feeling that might be useful soon enough. Indeed. Yeah. Alright, but save that, and then let's see what would happen if I had given it up.
There are dark rings.
That's it. Oh, I got 1,000 of those shoes. Or the currency, rather. I mean, that would certainly put me at enough cash to complete that other quest, but being able to cure the sand plague, which is supposedly incurable, even if it only cures one person, which I don't even know if that's the case, then that could be invaluable. Certainly more valuable than a bit of cash, well, or even a lot of cash. Speaking of which, how am I gonna raise the cash for that quest? Well... I mean, I've got... time, I mean... When did they say the, examination will be happening? Yeah, I think it was it tomorrow or late today? I forget. Well, regardless, I've got hours at least. I can... So yeah, I'll swing by here, swing by the various buildings along the way, hopefully raise enough cash. Somehow. What? Well... I don't know how much these are worth. Probably more than an old bracelet, but... yeah. Maybe if I could get enough of this random crap to trade to them for a lockpick. If only one of those guys that accepts razors would sell a would trade for a lockpick. Maybe I could get into one of those buildings that seem to be locked. And I could maybe rob the place, I don't know. I'm not really certain what I'm gonna do here. I'm basically no idea what the gameplay of this will be outside of going around talking to people, which is basically all I've been doing. Aside from the occasional stabbing. Hi. What can I sell you? Oh, yeah, definitely made the right choice not trading it for $1,000. Jesus, that's a slight difference. I could sell this morphine for a good chunk. It's for heavy injuries, acute pain, and in preparation for surgery. Sounds valuable and hard to part with. But then again, I'm pretty sure I just found it randomly. Renegade stops bleeding and immobilizes damaged tissue. I don't know what I can part with safely. Probably not the alpha tablets. Pyrene boosts immunity. Restores strength during sleep. Also for restoring strength during sleep. I don't know. apparently somehow getting a little bit of cash just from walking around. I don't know how that works. Hi. Oh, whatever, I'll trade for the, rifle ammo. Why not? Sure. Ah. Hey there, medic. Wanna buy a rifle ammo? Oh, it's a terrible price. Jesus. Yeah, it seems like nothing else seems to sell for much except that morphine. Although that might just be because he's a medic. Or doctor, whatever he is, a medical store. Yeah, presumably the different stores have different prices of stuff. I don't know. Well, that's... It seems like those medical stores are the only ones I've been able to find. Where is that? Hang on. What is that icon? Okay, so no, this is a food store. Okay. What about you? You want to buy both? Yeah. No, the prices of everything seem the same. All right. I don't even know what these numbers mean, or these... What does pH mean? Oh, probably per hour. What does 5E pH, 8S pH? What? I don't know what that means. It's sell kerosene for my lamp. I'd need to do that at some point. Ah, whatever. Oh, whatever. I'll just save and then sell the damn morphine and tourniquet. Whatever. This is a terrible idea. I'm sure all of you will be screaming at me in the comments for it. Little do you realize it's actually part of my plan. My devious plan to get more comments on this video. And thus more engagement. And thus tricking the algorithm into thinking, wow, people love this video. Also, that means I'll be able to just load a save. You'll load that save and not do that instead. Alright, now let's check out this troublemaker then. Locked. Damn. Any other way in? Ah. Here we go. Hi. Oh, I thought you were the troublemaker for a second. Hi.
Lies always turn out to be true.
Well, you just seem like some
Don't
random
mess with
bozo.
Earth.
Do you know where to find clean water around here? Fresh water must be plentiful in this place. There's a river close by. All the water comes from the steppe, and it isn't exactly clean. Yesterday I inspected all the springs in the area. There seems to be no more clean water around. That salty taste is everywhere. It's reddish in color, and there are disgusting clots in it. There rust in the water or something? Where can I find clean water then? The townsfolk store clean water in homemade reservoirs. This modest supply should be enough to help at least us last a little while, but afterwards we'll have to drink that bloody mixture. You're making it up.
To tame his impertinence, Earth had disgorged a monster from deep within its bowels.
Okay then. What do you want, I wonder? So, you live here, huh? No, I don't. Seriously, what brings you here, oh, Sir Outsider Doctor? Ugh! Never look at me like that ever again. What'd I just tell you? You're concealing a killer. I could totally suspect someone with that face, not just concealing a killer, but being one. Was it Vlad the Younger that dropped you a hint about a killer hiding here? That little spider. He simply respects his father and doesn't want to wash the dirty linen of his family in public. The dirty linen? Do explain. Big Vlad has plugged the termitary up for a reason. The butcher's mumbling is all over the place, but if you listen carefully, you'll make out tales of such horrors that I get shivers all over. Thousands of people have lost their minds all at once there. Many have died. Something's brewing inside. How did they die? Dunno. Can't tell. Butcher will tell me anyway. Are you sure? Have you forgotten that he's crazed? If you think he'll communicate with you, you are mistaken. They aren't great talkers anyway. They can only howl, growl, and bawl when they're under a spell. What do you mean, under a spell? Fine, then lead him out of here yourself. Really? Why? Here he's entertaining me, and it's dangerous to go out into the steppe anyway. What if his pursuers rip me apart in the street? What if they think I'm a shabnakadir? What can you offer me in return for the service? Lead him out, or he'll get killed. You can show me the door if you want, but thugs for hire will be less compliant. Fine, I'll take care of the butcher. He'll disappear. Consider him non-existent. But now you must leave. Don't try watching the door. You won't see anything anyway. Until the Ogimski's thick-headed bloodhounds, they have no business here. I harbor no killers. Deal. Alright. Killing people serves no purpose, even if it is requested by someone who belongs to a family in power. Especially then. Speaking of killing people, time to hide a body. Alright. That went well. Now... And now there's a... You've heard of unmarked walls. Now here's an unmarked gap in a wall. Bloody hell. This map is great, except when it isn't. When it's just fucking inaccurate in crucial ways. Alright, I got your cash. Yeah, blah blah blah. Like hell I will. Take the cash. The dead man is in Anna the singer's house. Alrighty then. Lost all my cash. Fun. What was that? Bone necklace. Beautiful necklace carved from a bone that does not resemble bullhorn, but rather mammoth or elephant tusk. Smooth and heavy. A prominent example of primitive art. And hook. An ordinary fishing hook. Can be of significant value to children, and not only because it's sharp. A hook is a somewhat grim element of local children's superstitions, connected with burial rituals. I guess that's why I got it just now, I guess? Alright. Time to return. Okay, I gotta return to Anna Angel. Like to hear about the body and all that. There sure is a lot of walking in this game. With any luck, if the Anna Angel lady is gonna, I'll be able to shake Anna Angel down to reimburse me for the trouble. Because the only reason she wasn't out there paying for it is because she couldn't leave the body. Let's see. Ah, the water is for barter. I see. What's this? Bandage. Ooh. Yeah, sure. I'll take a bandage. Maybe I should go for the tourniquet as well. Oh.
Life is hard.
Oh. How can I thank you? I'd love to give you some sort of trinket as a token of my gratitude. You have nothing to thank me for. I think you do. Actually. Silver ring from your lovely finger will be more than enough. These are both too nice. Whatever. Then take it as a trinket of my affection. No, wait, I've got a better idea. I'll give you several, so that they affect you even more. These are not just any trinkets. Never forget that each of them represents my feelings. I'll try, and I'll probably immediately sell them off or something. Ooh! Well, at least I got half of my money back. Yeah. Okay. A bronze bracelet. A golden ring. And a silver ring. Alright. I don't know how valuable those are.
My hair is disheveled.
Okay, then. Yeah. Not sure it was worth the trouble to do all that, but whatever. I'm sure... I mean, I'm not doing this for profit, after all. I'm doing this for... I don't know why I'm doing this. Anyways. Oh, right, for content. Of course. That's why... That's the only reason any YouTuber ever does things. What a from a painting. Alright, so... Well, things have gotten... Seems like every episode things get even stranger and stranger. Always more questions, never any answers. Or when there are answers, they just raise more questions. Oh well, that's pathologic for you, I guess. Without any further ado, I have been Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And remember, dislike the video, unsubscribe if you're for some reason subscribed, and leave a nasty comment in the comment section down below. So long, suckers.